Lilian Josephine Pocock was a stained glass artist who provided stained glass for a number of buildings, including Ulverston Victoria High School, the King's School and Ely Cathedral. She was also a theatrical costume designer, book illustrator and watercolorist. In her later years, failing eyesight prevented her from continuing her work in stained glass. After some years of retirement, she died in 1974. Early years and studies. Lilian Josephine Pocock, born on 6 May 1883, was the daughter of the Victorian artist Louis Pocock. For the late 1890s to 1906, she attended Royal Academy schools and then the Regent Street Polytechnic School of Art, which is now the University of Westminster. In 1906, she enrolled at the London County Council Central School of Arts and Crafts and was taught there by Christopher Wall, Carl Parsons and Alfred J. Drury. Career. In 1910 she left the LCC school and worked for a time as an assistant to Parsons, who at the time was completing a series of windows for the apse of Cape Town Cathedral. In 1915 she completed her first church window, a two-light window featuring St. Christopher and St. Nicholas for Little Marlow Church in Buckinghamshire. Undoubtedly her most prestigious commission was for the series of windows in Wilton Church and Christ Church in Golden Square. She also completed 3 windows for the chapel at Tunbridge School, a 3-light window of 1919 depicting St. Denis, a 3-light window of 1925 depicting St. Christopher and a 3-light window of 1936 depicting St. Augustine of Canterbury. Christopher Wall had made 6 windows for the chapel from 1903 to 1909 and Parsons had added another in 1915. So Pocock was in illustrious company. It was after the Second World War that Pocock designed and made windows for St. Paul's in Herne Hill and Christ Church in Brondesbury. Works: Wilton Parish Church in Hawick. Scottish Borders was the source of work for Lilian on many occasions in her life. For instance, within the church hall she completed a stained glass window in 1947. Other works: Churches and Cathedrals. Church of Christ the King in Gordon Square, Inner London. A 2-light window was completed in 1931, this depicting Moses and Aaron. The church was damaged during the Second World War but restored in 1946. Pocock completed 5 windows for this church, which was formerly the Catholic Apostolic Church, of which Pocock was a member. Ely Cathedral in Ely, Cambridgeshire, 1920. Working through James Powell and Sons, Pocock designed a 3-light window in the north transept east. Lockerbie Drive, Fesdale Church in Lockerbie, part of the First World War memorial. In this church is a Pocock window. St. George Church in Hawick. Pocock designed stained glass windows for this church. St. John the Baptist in Little Marlow, Buckinghamshire, 1915. Pocock designed and made a 2-light window in the north aisle, which depicts St. Christopher and St. Nicholas. This was her first commission. Teviot and Amp, Roberton Parish Church and Church Halls in St. George's Lane, Hawick. Scottish Borders, 1929 to 1946. All the stained glass in this church is by Pocock save for the west window. The church is described as a more austere form of Gothic, with a plain interior enhanced by stylish stained glass windows designed by Lilian J. Pocock. Ulverston Grammar School in Ulverston, Lancashire. The school's First World War memorial window contains the central figure of St. George, a cartoon by Pocock. Wilton Parish Church Hall in Dixon Street, Hawick. Scottish Borders. In the church hall there is a Pocock window in the Boys' Brigade Chapel. This depicts a young Jesus saying that he must be about his father's business and has the Boys' Brigade (BB) symbol above above it. Other types of buildings: the King's School in Chester, Cheshire, again working through James Powell and Sons. Pocock designed a 5-light window for the school. Queen Alexandra's Hospital Home in Worthing, Sussex, 1946. A single-light window was completed for the chapel of the above home, which is part of Gifford House. The window depicts the miracles of healing. Illustrations Homes E.E. In Praise of Legend, London, A. R. Mowbray and Company. Holmes, Ernest Edward. The Message of the Soldiers. Hollis, Gertrude. That Land and Us.